Okay, I'd like to welcome you to the final course, and I hope you had a nice ending to the journey, and you may enjoy the arriving at a destination in this diploma. So, as you may all know, because all of you are teachers, that an essential part of the teaching profession is practicing or application of the ideas, theories, um, abstract concepts into real classroom strategies and work. And that's one of the things that distinguish most of the professions that are dealing with humans, like medical profession, teaching, than things that are not dealing with humans, although all of them need that kind of hands-on work. In terms of getting out to the world of practice and facing the humans, we cannot let a student from university out to deal with humans, either as a doctor or as a teacher, without giving them the necessary um, preparation. And part of that preparation is a practical part where the student, the teacher student, or the physician work with the students in the field under the supervision of a senior person. And that is planned in the pre-service teaching preparation. So if you are a graduate of the School of Education, you remember that you went to like some schools to practice teaching under the supervision of a senior teacher or something like that. So this practical part, if it's done well, this will help us get radio teachers. Teachers are better in dealing with their students. If this is not the case, if this is not happening, the result is disastrous to both the teacher and the students. So imagine that you are a graduate from the School of Science, or Arts, or Medicine, or Engineering, and then because you are, uh, you may find a job in education, you start teaching, and then you teach. Um, this is a very bad scenario to happen, right? Do you agree, guys?
Yes, doctor.
So
I
the
agree.
problem, yeah, so the problem is that when you start teaching without being prepared for the teaching profession, or even without having the chance to practice some teaching with some real students uh, under someone's mentorship or someone's supervision, you may face a lot of frustrating times. And it's proved by research that most newly appointed teachers leave the job very, very quickly because they were not well prepared for the job. Um, that's why practicum or the application part is of great importance to both as the teacher and the student. Even if you are not undergrad, if you are not um, prepared to start teaching, you are real teachers and you are teaching. It's a good idea also in any academic or professional learning that a good part of it is assigned or designed to be done in practice. That's why we do the practicum in this diploma, because it's a professional diploma, and the people who are trying to learn STEM education, they have the chance now to put their ideas that they have learned throughout the different modules of this diploma into practice. You have learned about the learning theories, assessment, how to develop a curriculum unit, how to plan some lessons, how to work together as a group of designers and technology. You had some ideas about games, some ideas about innovative ideas of teaching. So now these are good things, but the real test is how to put this in action. How to put this in action. And this is your opportunity to put all these ideas in action. And that's basically the idea behind the practical course. So if you had the time to read the syllabus as Manel, right, Manel? As Manel has done, so you are very lucky to have a good idea about it. Um, and you will from the course description and the course objectives that it's about how to be ready to put in action all the good things that you have studied in the diploma. You provide, and this will be done in a big group, and instead of having just the group of 3 or 4 people working together, the whole class will be one group, and will apply a great uh, discussion protocol called critical friends group work, and all of the class will be critical friends to the teacher who is teaching. And when we talk about critical friends, we talk about friends, people who like and are keen that their partner, their friend, is doing a good job, but they are critical. So they give them or give that person a kind of strong feedback that helps them do a better job. And the course is divided into 2 main parts. The first part, in the first 3 sessions, it's completely individual work. And you will be expected to write 3 individual works, especially in the first 2 weeks. In the first week, you are going to look back at your journey in this diploma and your journey as a teacher and try to find out what are the lessons learned throughout the diploma, what are the ideas that you still need to work more on, what is the plan that can help you become better teacher. And you'll do this in a reflection paper, and we'll look at the Moodle in a minute to see how this is done. The second week, we're going to be introduced to the concept of critical friends group. Again, when we talk about group in this course, we talk about the whole class. So this is your time that you are not going to choose a group of people to make a unit with, but the whole class will be one group. Later, after session 3, we'll discuss how other grouping would be done. But now we're talking about the critical friends group. And the assignment for this week is that you are going to sit down with yourself and write some of the goals that you think or you need or you expect you are going to achieve in the following 10 sessions from week 3 up to the final week. In week 3, we'll be introduced to the idea of differentiation, and we'll describe what is differentiation, how it is important to teaching and learning, and the assignment that are going to develop a differentiated lesson plan. So you are going to tell us, yeah, I'm a teacher of English, I'll be teaching writing, and I will be teaching it this way. And the way you are going to present to us in the lesson plan should be as differentiated as we can. And before you submit it, I will ask you to send it to another person in the course to look at it and give you some feedback. And after you receive the feedback from your friend, they're going to make the modifications and the amendments based on the person's your peers feedback. So it's individual work and it's peer work, and then after it's done in all aspects, you're going to submit it in the final version. The real practicum actually starts with week 4. In week 4, all of you are going to do 2 things each week. You're going to practice teaching, and then you're going to practice coaching. Teaching, each one of you is going to teach and videotape herself teaching for 30 minutes. And I suggest that the lesson you develop in the differentiated lesson plan is the same lesson you teach. And you'll try to find a way to record the lesson. Either you teach it to real students in your school, or you teach it to a group of people in the course. So you maybe decide to be like a group of 5 people, and you are the teacher, and you're teaching them via Zoom or whatever, and then you record the session, and then you upload the session to the Moodle, and then you get feedback from the people in the course. So here it's individual teaching, but it's group feedback, and people are trying to help you make your teaching better. On the same week, you will be divided into 4 critical friends, mini critical friends group, not the whole class, but I'm divided into 4 like mini critical friends group, like 5 or 6 people. And they're going to look at each other's what we call challenges in teaching. So each one of you will decide on presenting a problem or a challenge or a thing that he or she needs to improve. You are going to present it to the group, and then the group is going to give you some advice or tips to make your work better. From week 4 up to week 12, we're going to do the same thing every week. And I will make a schedule to show you when you should submit your teaching video, and you're going to meet as a group every time in the same time of the class to do the coaching session, and I will talk more about this in detail later. But each week, each mini critical things group is going to make the weekly meeting, and in that weekly meeting, one person in the group is going to present something, maybe a problem, maybe a good thing that they did in the classroom, maybe a problem to discuss. And the instructor is going to attend, I am going to attend one session or one meeting per group. So if you are 2 or 3 groups, I would be able to attend one meeting in the critical friends work. I know that this, you may have some challenging time to understand this all of a sudden, but we're going to take it step by step later today when we go to the Moodle. And the list of the grades, reflection paper, set your goals, differentiation. So all these are half of the class grades. And the practice and coaching part, which starts from week 4 to the end, is the other half. One thing I'd like all of you to put in mind: every person should submit the work on time, and I will take this very seriously. Please, I'd like you to put this in mind. I will log into the Moodle on the time of submission. I will grade what is available, and if you haven't submitted your work, it will not be graded. So please put this in mind, so that we're not having the hassle we had last semester of people never submitting their work, or people thinking that other people will submit it for them, or all the things that we had seen last time. So please, and this is recorded here, everything should be submitted individually. And as you see, it's written individual, 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 individual. So that each one, although the work may be done in a group, but each one of us should submit their work on their own and on time. Is that clear, guys?
Yes, doctor, it's clear.
Yes.
Yes, doctor.
Yes, it's clear.
Is there any question regarding the syllabus? Anything you'd like me to explain more? I'm going now to the Moodle to look at the course itself and how it's going to go week by week. Okay. So the best way to handle this course is not to jump stages, not to jump to conclusions. Just work with it and follow the instructions week by week, so that you are not, confused or frustrated. All right?
Okay.
Do I have any all right here?
Yes, I said okay.
Mary-Louise, welcome back, Mary-Louise. You have
I was
joined the group
here.
already.
I was here. بس أنا هادية شوية يا دكتور، ما تحسش بيا كده.
والله انا عندي احساس إن مش حاسس باي حد في الكورس النهارده، ومش عارف، بس يا خير ان شاء الله.
والله كلنا موجودين يا دكتور، بس
احنا موجودين يا دكتور.
موجودين يا
بس
دكتور
بنسمع
كلنا.
حضرتك يا دكتور، يعني احنا بنستمع لحضرتك.
يا سلام.
بنحاول نفهم بس.
اهم حاجه
نعرف.
نحاول نفهم. عايزكم تحاولوا تفهموا كويس و to ask questions. We be ready for anything. I'm open to any questions. That's very beneficial to have this kind of discussion. So the most important advice that I'm giving to you is to take this course week by week. Don't jump 2 weeks and wait for instructions for the things to do in the following stages, and try to be as alert as you can to learn the most out of it. So we start the first week with talking about yourself as a teacher, your journey as a teacher, the things you have accomplished and the things you plan to accomplish. Something called self-efficacy, and how self-efficacy is one of the major things that can make successful teachers. And self-efficacy is the concept that I see myself able to do whatever makes me a good teacher or a great teacher. So I believe in my abilities to develop as a teacher. If you start with this, if you have that confidence and you build on your background knowledge, you build on your professional growth, you work on to develop your skills and all that stuff, for sure you will develop from good to great teaching. So the first week is discussing this range of ideas, and you'll have an introduction activity. I will leave this for you. You have been doing a lot of introductions. The most important part for this week is teachers of the future discussion, and I'll open the discussion to see or to let you know what you're going to discuss, and your good luck. You are very lucky to take this course in the fall, not the condensed, the intensive manner. So you'll have time to do everything and give everything its due time to develop. When people take the course in the intensive manner, it's so nervous, and it leads to a lot of issues with the teachers. But you are very lucky to take the course in this semester. So you're going to look at these questions, and then you write your input in the discussion topic. And what makes this discussion is your comments and feedback. So if just each one of us wrote what they have in mind, and then that's it. So where is the discussion? It's a discussion, guys. So I'm waiting to see what I'm also waiting to see what you write as a comment on each other's work. You know, 10 points in this course for this kind of discussion. The participation in the class. Participation in the class is actually measured through the amount of feedback and comments you give to each other of this discussion forum. There's another discussion called examples of teacher support, and here are going to see how can we help each other to become good teachers. And as you see, we're working here in pairs, and I will not in this particular activity. I will not tell you who to work with. I will leave you to choose the person you'd like to work with, and I will see how far you have developed the skill of readiness to work with anyone. So you are now 10 people in the meeting today, and you may say, Mushira may say, Marwa, I will work with you, and see Marwa say, yeah, why not? Hanan is telling May, okay, let's do that, May. Menna is asking Marilis, why not work together this week, and so on and so forth, and see how things are going. Are we now ready to work with any person? Are we now trying to build our expertise through not only knowledge, but trying to support each other as much as we can? So I will leave this fair without telling you who to work with, and to see how you can do it on your own. This is a teacher's support part. The last discussion in this week is support me, and support me. As you see, guys, this is called support group. In this case, I will do this. I will divide in two groups, and maybe this group will continue forever in this course, and will change from support group to critical friends group in week 4. Okay, so you'll be spending more time together. We'll be talking together. You'll be sharing experiences and challenges and problems and successes with your work as a teacher in all aspects of the education work. So some of you may share a problem with a student, or how to deal with another colleague in school, or how to deal with some parents or curriculum or an examination. And then you ask for them to help you. The best way to do this is to post the situation on the discussion board. Okay. So guys, I have this problem, and you write the problem here, and give us as much context as you can. Give us where this is happening, when, who are the people involved, what kind of school you are working. So so give us a good description of the problem and the circumstances around the problem. Okay, and all of us are going to read the different posts and give the feedback, respond to the thing you think you have a good suggestion. In this support me part, you don't have to reply to all posts, but select the post or the problem that you are expert in answering the question, and we'll find out that they have different problems, and at the same time of different suggestions to solve the problem question in hand. And as you see, the support group, it can be small group, it can be the whole class, it can be 2 people, it can be 5 people. I said that we'll develop this into the critical friends group later on, but in this activity, I will look at the class, at the whole class as one group. So if you have a problem, post the problem, give it as much detail and context as you can, ask for a suggestion, ask for how to solve the problem. And each one of us will respond to the things that they think they are good at, the things that they think they are expert at. So this is the work in week 1, to be culminated by the first assignment, which is a reflection paper. And the reflection paper, as you have done before, everything is written here. And the purpose of it this time is to do these 4 things. Think about the learning path that teachers need to be able to teach for the future. What the teachers should be doing in order to be able to be ready for the future of teaching and education. Should they join more professional development opportunities? Should they attend universities? Should they work from school? Should they make a community, a peer or critical group community? Should they create an internal, which is now in many schools, but it's just on paper, an internal professional development entity or committee in the school and help each other to develop? After this, you reflect on your journey in this track. What were your expectations when you joined? What are the things you have learned? What are the challenges you have faced? Have you achieved all the things you were dreaming of? What are the things you still need to work more to be a better teacher? And then you finish it with telling us the things that helped you and the things you'd like us to, as a diploma people here, to work on to make this diploma stronger. So this is the first assignment. And as you see, it's not a big issue. It's related more or less to your personal endeavor as a teacher. Any questions about week 1, guys?
Thank you, Doctor.
Maybe it's because I was late, but I want to ask, when does the week start and when do you expect the submissions?
So usually the week starts today and ends next Saturday night.
Okay.
So all the work in the week should be done by next Saturday. For the discussion part, and please put this in mind, please, the discussion part is done throughout the week, but don't be the person who waits to the last moment to write everything, because it's discussion means that I have a post and I reply to the post. And if nobody is posting earlier, nobody is going to reply. And then if all of you wait to the end of the week, it will not be considered as complete work. So my suggestion is, and I like you, and this is a good question, thank you. My suggestion is that we have here 1, 2, 3, 4 discussion things, right? So we'll take them by order. So this is the first one, this is the second one, this is the third one, and this is the fourth one. So let's say that this one will be done by Monday, and this one should be done by Wednesday, and this one should be done by Friday, and support me one is done by Saturday with the reflection paper. So if we look at this, look at the sequence here, we'll find out that we can make a good plan, so that I'm not finding someone is doing the introduction activity on the last day of the week, or someone has posted something here but nobody has responded to their post. So the best idea is that, because you have good time, it's not an intensive course, so the best idea is we give each activity a deadline, so that everybody is working throughout the whole week and on a very comfortable pace, right? Guys, are you following me?
Yes, that's way better than the
Yes.
condensed course.
Okay.
So Monday, Wednesday, right? Both of these two will be Friday, and then the reflection paper is Saturday.
Doctor, please, the reflection paper assignment. It's written, the assignment will accept submissions from Wednesday, 22nd September.
لا أنا هغير ده. Don't worry about this. I will change the. It's not written by me. It's written by the moderators, like technician issue. So I will change this. Okay, guys. So
Okay.
who can tell me when is the introduction due? Shira. When is the introduction due, Mushira? May. When is the introduction due, May?
It is supposed to be Monday, right?
May.
Hello, doctor.
لا 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 لا
It's
ولا هلو ولا ما هلوش.
باي.
انسي بقى
أنا
خلاص.
خايف.
انا مع مي دلوقتي قالت لي الاجابه هتاخد بونص خلاص. Thank
Okay.
you, May. May, excellent girl. طيب, teachers of the future. ها يلا يا رانيا. When is teachers of the future due?
أي دكتور it's Wednesday.
Oh my goodness. Oh, nice. Right. When is the reflection paper due? Yeah, Hanan.
Okay, reflection. Sunday is Saturday.
Oh, good. Excellent.
Okay.
Saturday. When these two activities due?
Friday.
Right. So each week, I hope that we as a group decide on a plan, so that so I'll not be meeting like every week with you, but you can do this on your own together. You can have like a short meeting or a short discussion or whatever you like to do. Until, okay, guys, let's do the discussion activities. This course is different. It's different than all the other courses. The discussion in this course is 90% of the grade, all the discussions, all the classes discussion. So you should do this plan so that you keep an eye on how things are going. Okay? Okay, guys?
Okay, yes.
Okay, doctor.
Okay.
Is week one clear?
Yes, okay. I just have problem with my doctor.
أنا عندي مشكلة في الصوت. مين اللي بيقول عندي problem؟ مشيرة صح؟
أنا مشيرة. Yeah.
لا انسى بقى مشيرة خلاص. بعدين.
Okay.
Okay. All right, no problem. Don't worry. Take these. From week 2, we start the critical principle, and I will take the time to discuss the concept with you. And there is a very nice video you're going to watch here when you have time to understand the process. And then maybe today I'll send you another video, a very nice video to give you a good idea about what is critical friends group, the CFG. And as we mentioned in the introduction, it's friend work because we are friends. We are trying to help each other become better teachers, but we are critical at the same time. And in all cases, while you give feedback or you receive feedback or you learn from other people, we need to decide on a framework of doing this. How can we make it as efficient as we can? How can we make it as constructive and respectful as we can? How can we change the paradigm of criticism to critique, of attack to constructive learning? So that's one of the things we're going to try to understand through understanding the process of the CFG. You don't have much to do in this week except for understanding the process. You watch the video, you read what's written here to know what is the process itself. In addition to the video or the videos I will send you to make things clearer, you need to understand who are the people participating in the critical friends group. What are the roles of each person? What is a facilitator? Who is a presenter? Who are the discussants? And how can we manage? How the facilitator manage the session? Because after week 2, I will make you 3 critical friends groups, smaller critical friends groups. So the whole class, again, as I mentioned earlier, the whole class is one group now, and we have big critical friend group, which is the whole class, and then mini critical friend groups, which are going to meet weekly to discuss things in some kind of informal sessions at the time of the course, like half an hour, some time to discuss some problems that they're facing, and they receive feedback from the other people in the group. And I will have a schedule to meet or to attend some of the sessions we do together. But this will be done from week 4. After you do this activity, you understand what is the critical friends group. You look at this discussion, give feedback my way. It's about what is the best way you need people to use in order to give you constructive feedback. You give them like a visual representation of what the best feedback should be. And I'm not sure if you know the ladder of feedback. Do you have an idea about the ladder of feedback? Have you had this before in the assessment course?
Yes, we did.
So we usually use it in our feedback to make things as constructive. So you will try all the time when you give feedback to your peer to use these steps to clarify, to value, to state concerns, and then finally to suggest. We usually use another, sometimes you I wonder, and I have, I like. You talk about the things you value, which is this part, and then I wonder, which are the things related to concerns, and I have, which is related to suggestions you need or you can give to the teachers to develop their work. Okay. So why I'm taking you through week 2 too, because we're not going to meet next Sunday, so you have an idea about what you need to do. So after learning about this, so this week starts next Sunday. So don't do anything in this week before Sunday. Okay, right? Sunday
Yes.
will be 19th. So 19th.
Yes. Okay.
So, and now you work together. I'm not telling you which one should start and which one should finish, but you start working on this Sunday 19th. And any one of you, please remind me to send you the videos on critical friends time or on that day, so that you have the other videos, we have this, and you have better idea about what is a critical friend. The second assignment, which is set your goals, will be due the following Saturday. So if the work starts on 19th, okay, so this assignment will be due on the 25th of September. 25th, okay, and it's a very straightforward one, because all you need to do is to set your own learning goals. You might think of a number of goals you would like to accomplish as a student in the STEM 507 practical course. And you will have a description of the assignment. It's straightforward and it's not problematic at all. Then we will meet on Sunday, September 26th to discuss together differentiation and how to work on the differentiated lesson plan and prepare ourselves for the practice and coach stage. Any questions, guys? Questions? Answers? Is week one clear? Is week two clear?
Yeah. Thank you, Doctor.
I was hearing someone asking question. Is there anybody ask question? No questions? We're good?
Everything is clear, Doctor. Thank you.
All right. So if you have the WhatsApp group, change it to STEM 507 Fall 2021 so that I recognize it. So if I can send you anything, it will be directly going to that. Nice beginning, nice start.
Sorry for
Waiting for your great work, guys.
It's okay. We can get. We will start
And what?
working.
You can start working.
Yeah,
Good, Mushira. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dalia. Thank you, Hanan, May, Manal, Marilise, Marwa, Minna, Rania, and Shayna.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank everybody, and see you 2 weeks
you.
time.
Thank you, Doctor.
Yes.
Thank you.
Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.